I want to share with you one of my favorite forms of anger management. When you have anger inside of you, it is never appropriate to take your anger out on other people or take your anger out on yourself. But you do have another option. You can take your anger out on objects. But you do have another option. You can take your anger out on objects. And one of the favorite ones that I like is what I call the scream release. And the first time I ever tried it, I was in therapy. It was years and years ago. And I was working through a lot of stuff that I needed to work through to heal, to be healthy. And I had never in my life screamed, just primal screamed out loud. And I remember I was driving in my car. I thought, I'm just going to try this. Because my therapist had kind of encouraged me, and I thought it would be a good way for me to just feel these deep feelings that I had inside. Because I had things to deal with, as I'm sure many of you do. Things that are bothering you. Maybe your affair that your spouse had many years ago, or you grew up in a trauma as a child, or maybe you lost your job. Whatever you're struggling with, this is an awesome way to get that feeling out and to feel better quickly, fast, and it's really healthy. The only caveat is, the only thing I want to warn you about is that you have to watch your voice, because the first time I did this, I was in my car and I just let out a scream. And I remember it felt so great. So I did it several times. And the next day I could not say a word. I had completely lost my voice. So just be aware of that if you're new to it, like I was the first time, like over 20 years ago. When I did it, it was like, okay, remember you may lose your voice, so be aware of that. So what I want you to do is watch this video clip of Elizabeth. And she's going to first show it with one pillow. And watch her screaming into the pillow, because it's an awesome way, as you're watching her, to do it. You can do it at home, you can do it in an office. And if people are around, you choose more. But first watch her do one, watch her scream. And now, it's just, look how relieved she feels afterwards. It's like you can just tell it felt good. Now watch her, she'll take several pillows, because you don't want people to know what you're doing. Part of healthy expression of anger is not bothering other people, and people don't need to know your business. So then you can take several pillows, cover up your face like she's doing, and just scream into it. It's a really great way, because people, if it's enough pillows, they really won't hear you. But a couple little tricks, even if you're nervous of that one, there's a couple other tricks that I like. You can go out into the wilderness, maybe you can go out in the woods or far away from anybody, and just scream at the top of your lungs. Another one I like for screaming is in your car, like I did the first time. Another one is in a pool. Go into a pool, go underwater, and watch. You scream underwater, nobody's going to hear you. And then a last one I really want to encourage you to try sometime. Sporting events, are like a really intense way. A concert is a great way for people to scream, because people are already screaming. So when you're at that concert, you say, hey, I'm really bugged by something. You can be at this concert, you can be having a great time, and you can be doing healing work, because anger work is about healing. So why not take that time to feel your feelings, get them off your chest, and be well.